Okay, guys, I'm back. There was some issue with the color. I was turning into alphabet, evidently, or a rainbow child. And oh, we're back. Epic Tony Wars commercials over. Hopefully it's working. We got one of 72 back. Laura Benanti's back with Titus. Well, Titus had a costume change, but Laura did not. All right, Titus, he's been going to the gym. Good, color's good. Tell the problem. Featured actor in music. Oh, okay, this one's gonna be interesting. This one I don't know. I I want Ali to win. I think Andre's gonna win, but I'd also would love if Leighton won, and Ben could also win. This is a toss-up, but I think it's gonna be Andre. Ali, that's who I wanted to win. So I got this one wrong, but that's okay because who I wanted to win won. I didn't see him in Who's Tommy. Yay, Ali. Okay, this is one where I got wrong, but I'm glad I got it wrong because that's who I wanted to win. He's so good. Like mic settings. Yay. That was a great speech. Okay, guys, I understand my audio is now not coming from my mic. Technology. I'm trying to find where I can reattach that without having to restart this again. You know what? Is this better? How's this sound? I think it hooked to my phone instead of the microphone. I'll just use my phone. Oh, Six Merry Murders? Yes, Alex Newell. Show off. Amazing. It's not how they intended that song to be sung, but hey, I'm here for it. 6. Hilarious. I love Chicago. Oh, is this? She wants to be in Chicago, does she? Is this Pink's audition for Velma? I think it might be. I love this show. Usually they take her all the way down the floor. No one's right, but that jazz. Actually, Pink would be great as Velma Kelly. Consider this her audition. Guys, I love Chicago. I did a re-review of it. Not re-review, but a review of it, just seeing some long-running shows, which I plan to go do Moulin Rouge before it closes next. But I love the show.
Rachel. All right. Okay, so the video looks better now, but is this mic working all right? Can you see reflection here? Oh, look, you can now see the Tony Awards. There they are in the reflection. Is this microphone good enough, the one on my phone? Or should I keep trying to reconnect? It just automatically connected to the phone instead of my mic. It's good? Okay, we'll just hold this in our hand. We're almost there anyhow, right? How many more categories we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we're just a little bit past halfway. 7 more categories. All right. Okay, I'll just use the phone. Thank you guys for giving me, but only 38 of you came back. We're 72. Anyhow, I love that number from that little montage from that we got to see Alex Newell. We got to see all that jazz. To me, Chicago's one of the greatest musicals. It's what every song is a banger in that show, except for maybe I know, a girl who lands on top. But you know what? That's the song they sing when they come back for intermission. No one, it's meant to be a throwaway song anyhow. Chicago is such a great show. It's so beautifully directed, choreographed. It was way ahead of its time, and I want it to be the longest running show on Broadway. I want it to beat Phantom because Andrew Lloyd Webber has got enough stuff, and also it's musical theater is American, an American art form. Let's have the longest running show be an American show. What do y'all think? You agree with me? Go see Alex Newell in Chicago and maybe Pink. With a Phantom of Jay-Z. Yes, I'm so glad Ali won. He's so good. His voice. When he just sang that one line in the opening, he's got that just, yeah, incredible singer, incredible performer. So happy he won. I should have picked him, but I was cynical and I thought they're going to give it to Andre just because he's been around. But the truth is, Andre already had won. He won for Hadestown, and it was honestly that was a better role to show off in than old Deuteronomy. You know, Cats. It's like you come in, you sing your one song, and then you disappear. So it's not really a role that I would consider a Tony Award-winning role. You are the real ones, Bianca Primo 41868. Were you not allowed to be a theater kid as a kid, Kiki Law? I don't know how my parents would have stopped me. Actually, I think my mom encouraged it, though. I was in a show choir growing up for years. It's called the Encore Youth Performers. And the funny thing is, I always wanted to be a dancer because the singers were usually on the platforms behind, but the dancers got to be down front because they needed more space. So I always wanted to be a dancer, but then when I left, I then didn't want to be a dancer anymore. I wanted to be the star and I wanted to be a singer. So I focused on that more. And I've had an opportunity to do both. Not on Broadway. That would be nice. This close. Always this close. Anyhow, I think they are. I mean, I would buy a ticket to see, I would donate money to, oh, I'm responding to this comment that if they're just keeping it running to knock out Phantom. The thing is, I don't think that's why they're doing it because it's years. They have years left before they knock it out. And honestly, Phantom will have sold more tickets because it was in a much larger theater. And Chicago moved from the large, it was in like 2 or 3 different theaters, but it moved from the Schubert to the Ambassador. And the Ambassador is a playhouse. It's not even meant for musicals. But because Chicago has the orchestra on stage, it works in that space, but it's a much more intimate theater. But I think it really works for Chicago because it's a stripped down production of Chicago. It's really great to see it close up like that. Just checking my battery. Oh, we're fine. Yeah, love Chicago. It's one of my favorite shows. Well, honestly, as a parent, I'm not a parent, but if I were a parent, I don't think I would want my kids to be in the theater professionally because it's just such a hard job. But I would definitely want them to be in theater when they're young because I just think theater teaches you it teaches you how to be in front of an audience. It makes you a better speaker. I mean, just look at these. these the way they're able to accept their awards. So it teaches you how to talk in front of people. It teaches you to be confident in who you are, to accept who you are in the role you're going to play. It teaches you empathy when you have to uh, embody these other characters. I think there's so many skills that are gained from being in the theater that I would want any kid or my kid absolutely to be in it. But as a career, maybe not. I've been one of those people who I've been in this industry for my entire professional life, but I've not been tremendously successful in any one area. I've been moderately successful in lots of different areas, kind of a jack of all trades situation. But I'm so stubborn that I'm constantly like finding new ways to be part of the industry and to stay working in it. Are we back? We're back. All right. Annette Benning. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Her niece has been in a lot of plays. She looks like Maggie Gyllenhaal, kind of. Okay, this one, I think it's Manville, but my friend put some doubt in my head. I think it's Leslie. I want it to be Susanna, but I think it's gonna be Leslie. If it's Susanna, I'll be overjoyed. That's who I thought. Two-time Olivier. There she is. I wanted Susanna Flood to win, but I mean, Leslie was incredible, and it's a dramatic role, and she was funny as well. I know, I love this dress. It looks like plastic because of the sequins. Here, I'll show you the Tonys. Right? They did. It's called Liberation. Let's see if I get shut down for the reflection. I'm showing it, but you can't hear it. And it's just an accident. I'm using this as a microphone. Ken Lasky, I'll try to talk less during the important parts. Oh, she did Ghost. Classy lady, doing it without notes. Wow, she just flew in. Yay, good for her. I mean, it was amazing. She has this 10-minute monologue in towards the end of the play that just was you're just spellbound about her. So amazing. Love this car. Love the windshield wiper. Very. Oh, this is a weird set. This is not the set in the show. Are they going to oh, show off Stephanie Sue? Say it, Consta. Of course, into the time warp. She's committed. Do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's a velvet glove. That's why I always thought they used to say. They bring people up from the audience? Woo. You know what? Casting those other roles as women just makes Frankenfurter tower over everyone. Oh, we're ending with Lost Boys. All right. Okay, I thought that was a good showing. It was interesting that their set. The problem with when you've got these big sets, and Lost Boys is going to have the same issue, is you can't move the sets because Rocky Horror has a huge set when they go into the castle. So it was interesting. It looked like he was coming out of a single wide trailer. I thought he was like someone's mom at the trailer park, or someone's dad coming out in lingerie. But hey, it was fun. I thought those are the two numbers you do from Rocky Horror. Those are the biggest numbers from the show, right? I personally love Damn It Janet, but it doesn't show off Rocky. I'm sorry, it doesn't show off Frankenfurter. Yeah, the music from Rocky Horror is a bop. Just do the free trial. Or are we talking for Paramount? You know, I did the free trial for Paramount last year, and I feel like you can't, or maybe I did the cheap version for like $8. You can do 1 month, but you have to get Paramount with Showtime, which I think is $14. So I just paid the $14 just to see the Tony Awards, and I'm gonna cancel my account on Paramount Plus um, right after this. After I see the Tonys, maybe I'll watch Drag Race, and then I'll cancel it. Commercial talk. I'm listening. Okay, Ken Lasky. We love the time warp. Athletes speak better. I think Two Strangers will announce closing tomorrow. No, I want Two Strangers to stay open. I like it. I want to make their money back. Also, yeah, I think Two Strangers will also you should get a Tony bump. The question, shows close if they don't get a Tony bump. It's not about winning the awards. It's about their performance on the Tonys is a very expensive commercial. So it's not about whether they win the awards. I mean, that helps to win the awards, but they want to see if their commercial on the Tony Awards will help them sell tickets. And I think, usually every show gets a little, who presents in the Tony Awards gets a boost. That's why the producers pay the big dollars to have their show included in the broadcast. I hope everything makes their money back. And I hope that Brian Scott is in it. Brian Scott? I didn't know he was back in that. Oh, it's the original cast of Book of Mormon is performing. I love that show, and I haven't reviewed that show. That's when I'm going to go back, if the theater doesn't burn down, and go review that show again. That's when I've been wanting. I'm going to start though with the ones that are closing soonest. So I'm going to do a review of Moulin Rouge, but I'm not going to ask for a press ticket because I already know that the things I'm going to have to say about it. It'd probably be best if I buy the ticket myself so that I can feel completely free to be as critical as I want to be. I don't even know who's in it right now. I wanted to see Bob the Drag Queen because I love him. You love the Two Strangers number. You know, what is with that? The first time they showed that close-up camera was Titanic, and then now they seem to be using it just about every other number. They didn't use it in Rocky Horror, so it just must be a choice. But I don't know if I like that close-up camera on the stage with them. Titanic, it made sense. Two Strangers, it was a little weird. Two Strangers numbers aren't great, but it's not expensive. Yeah, exactly. Two actors. Oh, I also saw something recent that Title of Show is coming back to Broadway with a star-studded cast. That's an interesting. I never thought that show should be on Broadway in the first place. Not because I don't love it, because I do love it. It's just such an off-Broadway kind of idea. It was written for a festival. Anyhow, so okay, we're getting to the nitty-gritty. I've gotten four wrong, but only one wrong in this portion of the broadcast. The others were technical, and it was someone I wanted to win. Ali Bourgui. I should have known that Andre wasn't going to win it. I should have known because he won. Sometimes I'm like, hindsight's 2020. I knew. I even said I didn't think Andre would win. I shouldn't win because of Hadestown. Okay, let myself off. Four wrong isn't too bad. Let's see if we can hang on to that and get the rest right. All right. My cousin made the cake for two strangers tonight. Oh, really? The one that's featured? Oh, we're back. New dress. Kelly's so good. Oh. It's a real musical. Bigfoot. I'm seeing that this week. I think I'm seeing it Tuesday. It's only like 9 performances. So I'll do a very quick turnaround review on that, probably coming out Tuesday. All right, guys. Jellicles. Is it going to be cats? Better be cats. I just can't see how it could be ragtime. They didn't win any awards. They haven't announced any awards they've won for sound. Let's not do the time warp again. Cats, 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 cats. No, you didn't win Best Director. You didn't win Best Costumes. You didn't win Best Choreography. How did you win Best Revival? Why? Because it got beat out by Lion King? I protest. Well, go see it before those actors leave, because that's the reason it's winning. Oh, Lynn Ahrens didn't get to speak. Oh, they should have rehearsed. She's still talking. We can't hear. Sorry, we'll have to hear later. She can talk afterwards. You know, that pisses me off, actually. Let the writers speak. Let the writers talk. We wouldn't have a musical without Lynn Ahrens. And looking good, Patrick. All right, great. We already saw that. For those of who came an hour ago, 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. I think you're right. Davidson, 7730, in memoriam. I like this with the guitar. Richard Greenberg. I don't know a lot of these names. It's beautiful. Robert Duvall. Oh, Diane Keaton. Now we're doing the famous people. Oh, that was beautiful. The Memoriam. Leslie Odom Jr. killing it. Such a great vocalist. Uh, I wonder what it's to be included in this. If you were nominated for a Tony, would you be included? Is that the? I wonder what the bar is to be included in the memoriam. Anybody know? What does it take to be included? Do you have to be nominated for a Tony, or can you just have been someone who worked on Broadway? Just being on Broadway enough? Seems like that would be a lot of people, though. I'm gonna look that up someday. I can look it up now, but my hands aren't free. How do you guys feel about Ragtime winning? Are you happy? Are you happy that Cats didn't win, even though it won everything else? I don't know. I'm feeling some sort of way. Let's ask the computer. I need another hand, though. Wait. Technology will be okay. So let's look this up. I'm curious. What is going on? My laptop is linked to my okay. What are the requirements to be included in the Tony's Memoriam segment? To be included in the televised Tony Awards in Memoriam segment, individuals must be members of the professional theater community who passed away within the eligibility year. Selection is ultimately at the discretion of the Tony Awards Administration Committee, which prioritizes individuals with significant recognized Broadway credits. There's no formal public rule book for the segment. Okay, there you go. So people probably get overlooked all the time. And people are like, dang, maybe that should be my goal in life, to be included in the memoriam. I guess I would have to work on Broadway, though. It's not too late. You could do something. Let's do it. Let's do it next year. What do y'all think? Yeah, and I love Lincoln Center, and it is a beautiful production of Ragtime. And it is cool that LCT is a not for profit theater, so I do like that. But I mean, and you know what? Andrew Lloyd Webber doesn't really need any more awards, so because I guess he would have gotten up to accept it. So when I think of it that way, I go, okay, it's better Arrington. Since they got, and I think whoever said that earlier about it's kind of payback for them winning all those awards, but losing to the other cat, the big cat, the Lion King. There you go. I'll be okay. I'm not upset anymore. I feel better. All right, narrowing it down. Are we down to just actor roles in the best musical? Is that what we're down to? Yep. Oh, we haven't done revival of a play. Probably be next. Yeah, revival of play has to be next. And then we're going to do actors, and actors. Okay, let's wrap this up. What do we think of this? I think this has been good. Okay, I'm going to talk about Pink for a second. I think, the thing is I like that they were knowledgeable. They started out saying that she's not someone you would expect to host. They acknowledged the elephant in the room that she's doing this to get her daughter in, or so that she can get into Broadway and perform at Broadway. Maybe that is. Maybe she'll be in Chicago. Who knows? Maybe she'll pay her dues. They have her sing lots of high notes, which is smart because that is a talent that she does have and that consistently can do. As a host, though, usually hosts, you try to get stand-up comics, usually get comedians, and I don't find Pink that funny. I think she's personable, and I feel like this is hard. This probably is just the first thing she's hosted, so especially at the beginning of the telecast, she was tripping on words. I was like, come on, girl, hold it together. She seems much more comfortable now. She's had lots of costume changes, but I don't think I just don't think of her. I don't think she's a great host. She's not a bad host, but I think, when Neil Patrick Harris did it, it was like, oh my God, he's a great host. When Hugh Jackman did it, you were like, he's a really good host. He just shouldn't be hosting because he's going to win a Tony Award in 5 minutes. Um, Ariana DeBose was in the middle for me because she was funny, but she wasn't as great as like a stand-up would be. Okay, is Alden going to win? They just showed his face. Oh, the man who never grows a day older, Paul Rudd. Clap, clap, live theater. Okay, this one's up for grabs. I think it's gonna be Alden Ehrenreich or Christopher Abbott. Could be Ruben. I want Ruben. I think it's gonna be Alden. Could be Christopher. I'm gonna say Alden. I think it's gonna be Alden. Alden Ehrenreich. I got it. The drama desk called it, or not the New York, not the drama desk. The New York Circle, New York Critics Circle gave him the award, and I think that really clinched it for him. And look, he's got a big head. Big Head's book. That's a head you can see from the balcony. Look how big that head is. I don't know how I feel about his tuxedo suit, his jacket, though. I think his wife should have said, "You gonna wear that? The double-breasted velour? A short man in a double-breasted velour? Is this a commercial? Are we taking a break? What's happening? Are we on a commercial break now? No, we're doing Lost Boys. He's great. This kid's like 15 years old. There we go. Oh, more monsters. Give me the good shit. I can say it. It's like a Muppet in the. In, yay! Yeah, Ali, Tony Award winner. So that number made sense to me because they can't do the flying. They can't bring the set in. Another costume change. Miss. Okay, so I thought that was a good performance. It showed off Ali, which I think was important. You know what? It just occurred to me watching this performance of what I don't love about a score when it's written by someone who doesn't really write musical theater is there's no subtext to any of these lyrics. It's like she's beautiful and he's a lamb and I want him and we have to get away. Like nothing is subtextual. It's just like I guess other than the fact no more monsters and you're about to go get more monsters. So but it doesn't make sense in the context. So that's my main issue about when songwriters don't write musical theater and they're just used to writing songs for pop music or for their band, is they don't understand that in theater you write subtext. And that's so much more fulfilling is for have someone to sing about something, but yet we get the truth and the meaning in the subtext of the words, and the music tells us something. Everything in that show, I just feel is really much hitting it on the head. That's my 2 cents. All right. They come up, yeah. What's the sign here? Shoshana, I noticed in the opening number, her voice she didn't sound like she was weak, but she didn't sound she was, like, totally in full voice, or maybe she was protecting a little bit because she knew she had to what was more important was the performance of this. I thought she sounded really good, but she didn't but that song, she doesn't really show off in it anyhow. I think she would have to sing Wild or something to really show off. I was wondering if they would do Wild because it really shows off Shoshana, but this was a good choice because it showed off Ollie, so they got 2 performing awards and some technical awards. So, wow, it looks like the ones that are being shut out is Two Strangers and Titanic, the smaller shows. Yeah, I don't think they've ever done a street performance from the theater, even when it has, like, amazing sets. Like, I remember when I think Sunset Boulevard, the original, of course, they couldn't bring in the whole mansion, so they have to find a way to do a nu they have to you have to pick a number that doesn't require a lot of, crazy set pieces or a lot of technical things that you just can't do by loading into the, uh, the Radio City Music Hall. Um, yeah, because they get incredibly short amount of time to it's, like, crazy. They have to load in and rehearse, and that's why these are professionals because they can pull it off and, perform in a new space with a new configuration, doing a weird version of the song that gets cut in the middle and has Muppets. What's the song you would have liked to hear from Lost Boys? That one, I just think they were limited because of the flying aspect. I mean, there's I Wanna Be Loved by Someone. That's kind of the big song, but see, that really focuses on a character who wasn't nominated for a Tony Award. So I think that's why they wanted to give Shoshana a moment and give Ali Louis Bursky. Oh, yikes. Okay, I'm seeing the news. People were stabbed in Penn Station. Better than shot, but still, I don't like stabbings. All right, that's depressing me. Schmigadoon doing excellent tonight. Yeah, I think Schmigadoon's gonna win. It's so interesting though how Lost Boys is getting a lot of technical love and acting, um, and whereas Schmigadoon is getting a lot of technical love, or a lot of like writing and some technical love, but not getting many performance loves. And then, sorry, I'm so distracted. And then Ragtime is sweeping up. We assume they're going to win some other awards than just best revival of a musical. And Cats is sweeping up more on technical or the direction and the choreography, more the interpretation of the material by the creatives. Okay, just talking out my butt now. Tally of winners so far. Thanks, Cloud Chan. Death of the Salesman 5, Lost Boys 4, Cats Jellicaball 3, Schmigadoon 3, Ragtime 2, Becky Shaw 1, Fallen Angels 1, Giant 1, Liberation 1, Oedipus 1. I don't think closing announcement. How soon will closing announcements be made? I think they'll give it. It just depends. If a show was just banking on winning a Tony Award to keep them open, then those are the shows that usually announce their closing when they don't win something. Same thing with the nominations. Those who are just banking on a nomination will close shortly after the announcement. But I don't want anything to close. People go see Broadway. This is a commercial for Broadway, and you should go see every show, just like Cinco Paul told you to. Okay, we're back. What happens next week, Tim Pink? So I saw 700 Sundays. The crazy thing about that show is it was 30 minutes longer when it closed than when it opened because he just kept talking more and more. Oh, he's giving her money. That's cute. Now, here is a host. It's rich. Buddy. And that's what he does. Arthur Miller, Death of a Salesman. Why can't it just be Death of a Salesman? Why does it have to be Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman? I'm going to go ahead and check Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman. All right. Oh, oh, oh. Nathan Lane is accepting the award and not Scott Rudin. He's not going to say his name. Smart. Fascinating. Ooh, what's going to happen? Is he going to say his name? Say the name of the devil? Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. So evidently he learned from mentioning he who should not be named and chose not to name him. Probably smart. Smart. Because that would be bad press if people booed you at the Tony Awards when you want to sell tickets. Of these bad boys. Yeah. Woo. I love Book of Mormon. Oh, I love this number. Man, I follow myself. Bello. Man. Oh, that's great. I mean, there's a reason why this show, it's such so funny. It's such great. Just musically, the way that it goes through all the different themes of the show, it's so impressive. Dylan Mulvaney, prominently featured there in the audience. These guys all look great. Did they come back and do? I think they did like a reunion performance. Oh, look at these beauties. All right. So yeah, I love that number. Josh Gad still got it. You know, he reminded me a little bit of Dan Fogler because I recently we were watching. I saw the revival of Spelling Bee, and the way his singing, the when he gets to the high notes, the way he's kind of pitching them in his voice, really remind me of Dan Fogler in Lucky Foot in the original Putnam annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. That's neither here nor there since Dan Fogler isn't in the revival. It just reminded me of that. All right. So, gosh, they're just dragging out this ending though. Now we're doing chorus line next. What's next? Doing. I mean, I was happy to see that. Great. That's such a great score. It's such a funny show. I love. When are we going to get our next Book of Mormon? When are we going to get our next hit? I'm ready for it. We ready for it? Ready for our next 15-year show that's going to run 15 years? Do I need to write it? Maybe. All right. Let's read what we're reading. It's be like, is that Olaf? Yeah. They still got it. Interesting. Michael James Scott, the one who sang about scrotum maggots, was my replacement on the Fosse tour. Interesting fact, right? He's done quite well for himself after being my replacement. Uh, he's great. He's so talented. He's a triple threat. Send me the use term that Andrew is using, please. I know, Andrew Reynolds. It's called being gay, I think. Although Paul Rudd is doing it as well. Paul Rudd's got the youth serum. It's probably just good genes. You read there were major revisions during the COVID break. For what? For Book of Mormon? Are people more sensitive now? Well, I'll go back. I'm going to go back and see Book of Mormon and do a review of it since it's one of the shows that opened before I started my reviews. Brad Hannah Shuford. We see you. I don't know who that is, but you do. Red is the king of that. Yeah, no joke. Oh, we're back with Rachel Ziegler being in a beautiful dress. Psych. Psych, we're not back. I'm sorry I set my phone down. Was that noisy to you guys? Hope that didn't make a big noise. All right. Gosh, what else shall we talk about? I'm running out of things. So we got Evita coming, right? That's well, Rachel's being very prominent, probably keeping that. We just saw Nicole Scherzinger. I wonder what she's got going. You know, I when I saw her in, I thought she was so great in Sunset Boulevard, but watching her, I kind of went, I don't know if this is working right for her for this right time. I don't know. She needs a really specific role for her because I don't think she's the kind of actor that can just disappear into anything. So I wonder if she's got anything on the horizon of wanting to come back to Broadway. I mean, her singing is unparalleled. So if they could find the right vehicle for her, it would be fun to see her back on the boards. You know, I've never seen, no, I'm lying. I saw the production with Ricky Martin and that woman from Argentina who played Evita but didn't quite have the voice, but she was legit from Argentina. I'm not a huge fan of Evita because it's one of those shows that was a concept album before it was a show, and I'm not a big fan of those shows because they just don't they feel like they're relying so heavily on a really interesting concept from a director. Whereas I like shows that just have a really strong book and songs that are nuanced and have subtext and really establish character and create drama. That's the kind of shows I really like. And I love big comedies like Book of Mormon. But definitely, I'm excited to see Evita. Didn't it get mixed reviews though in London? No, we shall see. Is there a show I really would like to see revived? It hasn't been revived in a minute. That's the real question. Which one do I want to see revived? Chorus Line they revived, that 9 they revived. Just watching this commercial. What do I want to see revived? That could be an interesting video. I have to give it a lot of thought. Okay, we're back. That made it sound like Rachel Zegler was in the original cast. I do love this song. Well done. Wow, she's got a belt in her. I love that song. It was written as like the one liftable song from a chorus line, specifically for that purpose. But I love it's such a concise, simple song. And I love how the lyrics cross rhyme, sorrow, tomorrow, borrow. So it doesn't rhyme within the sections, it rhymes across them. It's such a like it's a really well crafted song. Looking amazing. Well, I was just talking about so lucky. She got a little filler in there. Smart. Smart people worry about the Christians being anti-gay. Lead actress in a musical. Playing with my reflection. So I think it'll be Casey, but I want Marla. But I think it's be Casey, especially since Ragtime won. Marla. It's gonna be Casey. No, don't be. It's Casey. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, did I miss the kiss? Was their tongue? Um, I mean, since she decided not to do Lost Boys, it's good that she won for this because she would have left Ragtime. So this is kind of a rewarding her for staying in her lane, for staying in a show and not going off to do another one. My hair looks crazy with this. Oh, that made it worse. Canadian. Oh wait, was that the man she kissed? Congratulations, but I wanted Marla. But you're great. You're fantastic. Oh, we're doing back to back. He's great. It's great. Joshua Henry, it's going to be. Joshua Henry. Yay. Oh, Sam Tutty's so happy. Why? I love this tux he's wearing. You love it. Beautiful. I would rather he sing his award speech than speak it. Oh, that's his wifey. She's pretty. Yeah. Show Brian. He's there. Oh, that's wonderful. Nominate her for Best Teacher next year. The Teacher Award. See my people. Okay, we ready? We're gonna wrap this up. Oh, we gotta do chorus line first. Oh no, you did chorus line. She sang a solo. I was expecting to dance. All right, we got 2 minutes. Commercial break. This is CBS for now. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much it. I've gotten 5 wrong. So that's assuming that Schmigadoon is going to win Best Musical, which I don't see how I don't see how Titanic or Two Strangers could win it, considering they're both shut out, sadly. But I'm glad that they at least got to be on the Tony Awards. Good for them. So next one, yes. Um, so yeah, 21 out of 26. I've done better in previous years. I had 1 year I only got 2 wrong. This not too shabby. So what did I get wrong? Ragtime for Best Revival, but I knew better. I knew the buzz was for Ragtime, but I was hopeful that people would see the truth and give it to Cats. Um, Best performance of an actor was an upset with Ali Louis Bourski winning it, and I'm glad he won it. That's who I wanted to win, so I was glad to be wrong about that. And Cinco Paul for Best Original Score was a surprise to me. I think it could have gone to Two Strangers because at least that was original music. And scenic design of a play went to Death of a Salesman, which I thought it would go to Dog Day Afternoon. I thought it deserved to go to Dog Day, but Death of a Salesman is well done, and I knew that's the way the wind was blowing. And best sound design of a musical was Ragtime, but that's always sound design of a musical is always a hard guess. So the only shock, really, I think, the only surprise was Ali Louis Bourski, whose name I'm learning to say now because I'm having to say it so many times. That's really the only upset. This was kind of, yeah, I think whatever the odds were, I think they were pretty accurate on this one. Gross. Oh, sorry. I just saw a picture of someone I didn't want to see in the news. Um, oh, here we go. Oh, nice dress. Save the best for last. Just when we thought she was getting the hang of it. That's a great dress. Very cool. Pink's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Putting it together. I got it. We got it. Yeah, we got it. We got the joke. And the winner. Yep. Yep. Lorne Michaels. Wow, he's adding. Is he gonna be an EGOT? No, he's got an Emmy, I'm sure. Yeah, let's see how many thousands of half the audience will now get up on stage. So yeah, yay for Schmigadoon. I love Schmigadoon. I thought he was going to win. I just, you know, it was a slow season for musicals. I wish we had some more original, but I think I had probably the best of all the musicals I saw. I probably had the most fun watching Schmigadoon, followed by Titanic. That's Jamie. Oh, look at Catelli's. You can see it. It's got clouds on the legs too. Take your time, Lauren. Who's the guy in the gray suit? Oh, he's a producer. He's young. Tall. Oh, in the back. I mean, amazing. It's a one-man show. Yay, Schmigadoon. Schmiga, 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 Schmiga. Woo! That's it, folks. We only went 6 minutes over. All right. All right. What do y'all think? I thought that was an enjoyable evening. Yeah, like I said, only one really surprise. And I think even the ones I got wrong were the ones I assumed, like I thought Ragtime, it was between Ragtime or Jellicle. I thought Death of a Salesman might get scenic design. Sound design surprised me. And yeah, that was it. That was it. It was pretty across the board what I expected to see this for this award ceremony. I'm warm in here if you can tell. I'm a little warm. It was a good time. I don't know. Pink was fine. She was fine. Do I want to see her host next year? No, I don't. Whereas someone like Neil Patrick Harris, didn't he do it like twice? I'd love to see him do it again. Or there's a lot of people, but that's fine. Pink can go. She got other things to do. She can go host the Tonys, not the Tonys, the Oscars, the Golden Globes. She had nice dresses. She sings well. And I thought the opening number was visually amazing. I love that music, but I just didn't think that song is it was trying to include all these lyrics about all the different shows that were nominated, and it's just not a song that really lends itself to parody lyrics. Most pop songs don't lend themselves to a lot of musical theater type parody lyrics. Musical theater songs lend themselves to that much better. But it is such a great song. I mean, it's amazing how a song like that captures so much great energy, and it does it for the show Moulin Rouge every night. I guess we can turn this thing off. Paramount, go away. Goodbye, Paramount. Paramount, go away. I'll just close the window. There we go. All right, let's bring this window up. Okay, and I'm glad that did a mic swap, but I'm glad that the color is finally working. Last year was better. Someone said, it's been so long I don't even remember. There were better shows. I don't remember who hosted last year. Was it Darren Criss? No, he won last year. I don't remember. And I love telling people about Neil Patrick Harris and his terrible, horrible Amy Winehouse cake incident. I'm not aware. 16 out of 26. You could have gotten 21 right. If I gave you in my video, I told you all 21. I'm so competitive that I have a hard time being like, dang, how did I get those wrong? The only one I got wrong I'm happy about is Ali Louie. The others, I feel like I should have been right. They were wrong. But no, it was a good time. Thank you guys for all watching this. We got we're at 86 now. That's great. So at midway, we were about 70 something. So thank you guys so much. This channel continues to grow. I love that you guys are as excited about theater as I am, and that you wanted to do this little commentary video. Please, in the comments, I'm gonna shorten this video down to like 30 or 40 minutes and just have the highlights of it. For those of you who didn't see the whole thing, if you want to just hear the little commentary during the commercial breaks I did, I'm going to cut that all down and re-upload that. And in that video, just give your comments about, hey, paint your wall, do the green screen, get a better microphone, which I did have, but get YouTube to fix their video. Any things, wear a fancier tux like Joshua Henry. Oh, you know what? I also loved the outfit. I didn't do red carpet because it's not really my thing, but I loved what Christopher Abbott was wearing. He was wearing like these high water pants and this kind of like Little Lord Fauntleroy jacket with piping on it. It looked too small for him. I actually thought it looked really cool. I think it takes a certain kind of person to pull that off, and I think he's the person to do it. Some cool, and Pink wore a lot of fancy dresses. She looked great, and does she not look incredible? And boy, she can sing that. What is that note she loves to sing? Is it a D? C? A D? D maybe? Cloud Chan got a couple right that I didn't, but did you get as many right as I did? Did anybody beat me? Did anyone get more than 21? Let me know if you got more than 21 right. Thank you, Davida Davison, for joining us. Thank you for the tux. I bought this tux in Korea when I was, so you guys know I grew up Mormon. I served a mission in Korea. And while I was there, they do such great tailored clothes that I got this tuxedo, and I got one that was kind of, I thought wasn't too crazy. It's got a little shine on the lapel, kind of just your standard tux. Something on the shoulder there. But yeah, this tux, I've had this since 1990. This is an old tux, but I keep it in cedar and I break it out every so often. Love. I think Pink would be great in Chicago. I totally could see her as Velma Kelly. I think she's got just naturally that kind of tough girl, show me attitude. I think she could be great in it. And she would sell tickets for sure. I don't know if she'd want to do, I mean, I don't know. Her daughter might be happy if she did it. How old is her daughter? She's probably like 19. It's true. Schmigadoon didn't have any moments in the main broadcast. Good comment, Euro Dive Tiger. Yeah, that's true. It seemed like they had moments because we saw Cinco Paul give two speeches in Act One, but it's true. The also, the Lost Boys won for did the Lost, but they just had the one. Oh, they had the two actor moments, but the Lost Boys was really popular in the first act. It always bugs me that they don't have the best book and music. Why aren't those should be included in the main broadcast? Because what shows are there if you don't have writers? It also, I've said this before, I think I said this last year, it is interesting that there's not a best script and a best play. Because with a musical, you have best book and you have best score and you have best musical. Whereas play, the question is it best production of a play or is it best script of a play? I could do have to say I'm so happy that Liberation won. That I just, they opened up in the spring, and maybe if they'd opened up in the fall, but they were coming from off Broadway, so it's not like they could really wait 6 to 8 months. And I told everyone I could find, I gave it a rave review. I was like, go see Liberation. It's such incredibly incredible play. I love that it's going to play for a month, I believe, in Los Angeles. Maybe they'll extend there. If you're in Los Angeles, definitely go see that. I may find an excuse to go down to LA. I haven't been in a minute. And I think it's in January, so maybe I'll go to LA. Also, London is going to have Liberation, so I'm jealous. I'm curious how much of the original cast. But as long as Whitney is at the head of it, the director, Whitney White, I think she'll put together a tremendous cast wherever she does it. Leslie's performance was the best of the night. Leslie. Who's Leslie? I think it's too late. My brain isn't working. I'm like Leslie Uggams. The only musical nominee I didn't get to see was Cats, but I didn't have enough time in NYC. I think Cats is going to run for a while. I think hopefully this is going to, I think Cats will do well. I think from what they showed, I think they'll do well. Yeah, I'm responding to comments here. Yeah, I was Mormon from age 9 till age, I want to say like 37. Maybe 36. Yeah, I did it for long. I paid my dues. I put it in. I did enough of it. And yeah. And yeah, I used to speak fluent Korean, but I haven't practiced it since the 90s when I was like 90 to 92. I was in Korea. So I can order a mean order of bulgogi at the restaurant and do small talk. But I used to speak so well and not so much anymore. I do understand the Korean and maybe happy ending because there's just not very much and it's written. K-pop Demon Hunters, I haven't seen. But I can't watch Korean television and follow it. If I put subtitles, I can do okay, but it's just too fast for me and I'm better at reading than speaking colloquial. And also in the way I was speaking as a missionary was very formal. Yeah, thank you. Book and score the same. The Tonys are doing what the Oscars does. They stick all the technical stuff separately. Yeah, I know it is. They're just not as flashy because people don't know who those performers are. But this is, I think, like, I'm trying to remember if when Book of Mormon was nominated for book music, did they include it in the main broadcast because they had the guys from South Park. So sometimes I feel like when there's a famous person who's one of the writers, sometimes they include it because that's what it's about. But as a writer, primarily a writer now, I do kind of get a little like, come on, support the writers. PW 2000, you hear me. June M, I'm due for an LA trip. It's been a few years. Oh, Leslie Manville. So what was the comment about Leslie? Her speech? Now it's gone. Okay, that's the Leslie you were talking about. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Yeah, which speeches do we love? Leslie's was good. I really loved Joshua Henry's was good. The Cats guys, the directors of Cats was great. What was there's one that was really Ali Louis Burski's speech. I think he had the best speech of the night, right? That was a really good speech. I want to listen to that one again. I was kind of multitasking during a lot of this, trying to say pithy things and not be too obnoxious. Oh, and so Liberation is being done at a theater in Austin. That'll be a great city for it. I'm curious I'm wondering with the licensing situation, if it's open for anyone or if it's just specific theaters they're licensing it to. I don't know. I think this person said direction of a play is like a award for the production. I think best play is the award for the production. So sometimes you have plays that have incredible writing and have incredible productions, like I think Liberation did. But sometimes you have plays that have incredible writing and not incredible productions. And then sometimes it wins for production. And as a writer, I go, maybe they'll win the Pulitzer, like they did with Liberation, won the Pulitzer, but the production was also so incredible. I know. And the funny thing is, I actually can't be too upset about Jellicle Cats not winning because, look, I've said it before, I don't love Cats the musicals. I just love this version. And Andrew Lloyd Webber doesn't need another Tony. 2018, they presented Best Book during the main program since they thought Tina Fey was going to win. For Mean Girls. Thanks for that little bit of information, Joseph P. Filmo. Joseph Filmo. Cinco Paul is still an active Mormon. It doesn't surprise me. Watching the show, it feels like it was written by an active Mormon. He's written plays for the church. There used to be a really popular musical theater writer. He wrote a show called Charlie that I used to listen to as a kid. And then he wrote, I think, Saturday's Warrior. In retrospect, I listened to that and I go, okay, it's not that great. Yeah, more power to him. Yeah, Joshua Henry's speech was great. Shoshana looks so great in that dress. I couldn't listen to her speech because she looks so good. Yeah, Ollie's speech was really good. I agree. I don't think Andre DeShields got robbed because he won for Hadestown, and that was a better role for him anyhow. Did Luke Evans get robbed? Who was he up against? Oh, well, no, not against Joshua Henry. The category for best lead actor in a musical was just stacked. Sam Tuddy could have won if it had been another year. That was the men's categories were really stacked this year. I think the right choices were made in those. Luke Evans will just have to come back and do another show. Got special licensing to do Liberation in Austin. That makes sense because it seems too early for them to license it because who knows if they're going to do a tour. They're doing it in LA. They're doing it in London. It's too early to just license it to anyone who wants to do it. And also, I mean, Liberation's an amazing play, but there's nudity in it. I wonder if Best Role will write a version maybe where that's not in it because it's a challenging play to begin with to be done, but it's a play that needs to be done regionally. It's very important what they talk about, and it's very timely when people are saying that they should get rid of the amendment that gives women the right to vote. I know not a lot of people are saying that, but some people aren't. They're actually being given a platform La, la, la. I don't love Luke Evans' makeup in Rocky. I mean, I don't love his wig. I don't like the stringy, wet wig. I don't love it. It's like, did he just get out of the shower? I don't know. That's a choice. Was I bored or confused? You know what? I can't really say if I was bored or confused during the telecast because I was too busy multitasking. Uh, so there was no time for me to be bored. I was confused by why my screen went off. I'm not confused why my mic went off. It's just because it automatically, for some reason, goes to the phone, and I didn't click specifically that it needed to go to my Yeti microphone. But I'm glad that this works well enough. I'm just starting to get a pain in my back from holding the phone up to my face. But so I if I hadn't been doing this, yeah, I do get bored during some of those sections in the first act. When they do, I think it's cute that they do the regional theater and that they do the teacher. I think it's all important, but it's not super interesting to me because I don't know this teacher and I don't know the theater that won the award. But I think it's important they do it. I'm glad they included it. I already said I think the opening number. I heard that Pasek and Paul were going to write the opening number. Did they just write the parody lyrics? Because I honestly liked more I like the choreography and the direction of the opening number, but as an opening number goes, I don't love the parody numbers as much as when Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote the opening number, and that number, I think Pasek and Paul wrote a number, was that the number for Neil Patrick Harris, both his opening numbers. I mean, to me, what was the number he did? There was one where he was like, we're going to make Broadway gay or something like that. And then there's another one. Both of his numbers to me were like, set the bar, like those will never be passed as the greatest numbers. And I think the Pink number, both in the writing and the execution, is somewhere in the middle of great Broadway numbers. And I want a host who's funny. I mean, Laura Benanti would be a great host. She's so funny. When I saw Laura Benanti's one-woman show down at Minetta Lane, the name is escaping me, something like Everyone Hates Me. That's not it. But anyhow, she was basically doing stand-up with some songs. And honestly, she's a great singer, but the songs weren't as well written as her stand-up. She is a good stand-up. So bump Laura Benanti up. I also think that guys, I'm terrible with names. You know this. The guy who won the best Tony for maybe Happy Ending. His name just flew out of my brain. I think he's he's very charming and a good host and quite funny as well. Also, Jonathan Groff might be a great host. Yeah. There's a lot of people. What you need is Megan Mullally. She could be a great host. Jane Krakowski. Okay, now they're coming to me. Did someone tell me? Darren Criss, thank you. Darren Criss, that name just went out. He would be Darren Criss would be an excellent host. Yeah. Me talking live in front of you people is so... I know I'm getting names wrong, pronouncing them wrong, and saying them wrong because I am the worst with names. You guys know this if you watch my videos. I will pronounce any name, even the most obvious, easiest name to pronounce, like Alex Winter. I will turn into Alex Winters and Keanu Reeves. That's just how my brain goes. I'm not going to apologize for it. All right. Jonathan Groff would be so good. Or Jonathan Jeff. No, it'd be hypocritical for me to call anyone out for misspelling a name or mispronouncing it. Michael Arden is a sweetheart, actually. I met him at a party once, and he was very, very nice. And I think I mentioned in this, he also was a reader for me, and I had an audition. It was a long time ago, and I remember doing the audition and leaving and going, that reader was incredible because he was just giving so much. And often when you go into auditions, it's just the casting assistant is there and they have their head down in the script and they're just reading them monotone. To get a great reader is such a blessing because all of a sudden you're like, I was acting. I was doing a scene. It wasn't just me showing my take on my lines. It was actually me doing a scene with another actor. Oh, and let's name drop more. So I actually did a show. I may have said this before, but as long as we're talking off the cuff, I'll cut this out later. I did a show with Jonathan Groff, and he was wonderful. It was before he was Jonathan Groff. He was playing. He was like 19 or 20 years old, and I was playing. It was Fame, the sequel to Fame, and he was a student, and I was one of the former students who had just grown up. It was the violin player. I forget his name. He's the piano player in the movie, and I played I played the violin in that, and I was terrible. My violin playing was terrible. Maybe I'll tell a story about that one because that was oh, that was so embarrassing. It was so bad. So bad. I'm going to tell that story in a full video one of these times. I'm also going to tell a story about how I did Cats because that is a story as well. I'm going to make these will be standalone videos. I don't want to put them in this long 6-hour video. I'll put them separately so that people can see those. Before Spring Awakening. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I used to like hustle as an actor. I used to like meet casting directors and try to get cast in things. That was years ago. And then I was like, it's exhausting, you guys. People who just keep pounding the pavement, my hat is off to you. I was like, I did it for like 10 years. And then I was like, I'm not going to be a Broadway star. I'm not going to do this anymore. I still have an agent, but I'm like, it's mostly commercial work that I get now. Don't be impressed. I was terrible in that reading. It was not a reading. It was a 29-hour reading of Fame. And they paid for me to get violin lessons because I was so bad. I brave a pic with, you took a pic with Leah Michelle for Spring Awakening. She was nice at the stage door. Good. It's good that someone had a good experience with Leah Michelle. And she did show up for the Tonys. I saw this really funny TikTok video of a puppet playing Leah Michelle when she finds out she didn't get nominated for a Tony and she's having a fit. It was just funny because it was a puppet and the puppet looked nothing like her. I agree, Dance God. Who's Dance God? Oh, there. Cats should have won Best Revival. I agree. And I had real, if you want to get my nitpicks in Dragtime, I had some real directorial choices that I just didn't like in Ragtime. One of them is the opening part of it is that she didn't bring the cast on till after the little boy had done his speech. So then there was applause during the beginning of the number, which I couldn't hear the lyrics. I could in the Tony broadcast because they were mic'd separately and it was mixed different. But in the theater, I can't hear the opening lyrics. It ticks me off. And Lynn Ahrens didn't get to give her part of the speech. I felt bad for Lynn because she didn't get to when it was originally, and this was her one chance, and they cut her off. Grr. Okay, should I wrap this up? I can't believe 60 of you are still here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Should I wrap this up? Or are you guys enjoying chatting to each other? 3 decades of Shoshana on Broadway. It was her time. Yeah, I felt that. No, I've not been in Jonathan Groff's apartment. He didn't invite me over. He probably was living at home. He was probably living with Lindsay. I can't remember her last name. So Jonathan Groff's roommate, Lindsay, did the tour of Fosse with me. It's a very small community here. Like I know Michael Scott, who was just on my television, replaced me in Fosse. It's like you do one. I did one job that was Broadway level, which was the tour, which was the Broadway tour of Fosse. And so a lot of those people are on Broadway now. So Cloud Channel, we chillin'. Euro Dive Tiger. I don't want to go. Let's talk about more about the Tonys. Don't want to go to bed. I know. I amazingly, I just poured myself like half a glass of water because I was like, I'm not gonna get a bathroom break. So sip, sip, bish. Ken Lasky says it's a wrap. And if Ken says it's a wrap, guys. We should go to bed. We just passed the 2-hour mark. Yes, let's end the stream. And we're going to do Jen Renee. I'm going to do stories. I've been meaning to do this. I've just had so many shows to review, but I'm going to tell some more stories of my stupid little theater stories for you guys. They don't get as many views as my reviews of Broadway shows, but some of you guys seem to enjoy those. So I will do more of those. I know Audra, was she there? Was Audra there? They showed Brian Stokes, but then there was that moment when Audra got called out, but maybe she was in the bathroom. So thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. You guys are helping me grow this channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for all the tips you gave me. I don't think anyone gave me a tip. If you want to give me a tip, throw me a couple dollars. It's much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to edit this thing down for you. I have... we have coming up, we have Romeo and Juliet, which I saw the other night at the Public that opens on the 11th. And I'm seeing Lost Ship on Tuesday. So I think that might come out first. I'm really excited to see Lost Ship. And there's other things coming up. I'm not sure what. We're definitely going to do City Center Encores, La Cage. Really excited to see that with Billy Porter. So lots of good reviews coming up, lots of stories, and I'll maybe even throw in a song of mine too, if you guys want to do that. Go to my YouTube channel too if you want to see some of the other stuff that I do as a writer and as a songwriter, and I even sing on some things. I even used to be a hardcore dancer. So check out those. Maybe I'll post some of my old dance videos. I don't know, those are so old, they're so crunchy to look at. Anyhow, thank you for watching. I hope everyone had a great night, and I'll see you soon. But let's start taking notes for next year. All right, thanks. Bye. Ending stream.